1077 GNA, Albany's #1 for New Country with Brian and Chrissy in the morning. We are here live at our hometown Hello Tour in Amsterdam. We're on Route 30, 4882. And the Dunkin' Donuts is alive and well. We got lots of people popping through here.
Yeah, great.
Including a young lady who we just sort of got familiar with just within the last couple of days. Very, very connected to the horrific tragedy and the limousine crash back on October 6th in Schoharie. Her name is Bethany, and Bethany is being kind enough and gracious enough to come in here and talk to us, because I know it's not an easy thing to do, and we really do appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me, letting me be here, and for myself and for the family and just everybody involved.
So let's start with your husband.
Yeah.
And his name is
Tom.
Tom. In that crash, lost his four sisters. 4
sisters, 3 brother-in-laws, and then we had a few lifelong great friends that were also involved.
Now, were you? So of the 17 people from the Amsterdam area, you were at least friends with or relatives to, right?
Oh,
just about everybody.
Just more than half of it. It was, my 4 sister-in-laws that, for the past almost 11 years, have been the best friends that I could have had. Sisters as well to me. They welcomed me like a sister, my own sister like a sister, my mom as a family member as well, and the guys, Adam, Axel, and Rob, they just 3 of the physically biggest people I think I have ever had in my life. But they were the guys that we turned to for help, for advice, and just that comfort of having a brother.
I know that first of all, you're incredibly brave.
Yeah, absolutely. We really thank you for being here today, because this can't be easy.
It's not.
And we can't even comprehend what you and your family have gone through.
This is actually the first, I think, the most that we've actually been open to discuss, the girls, the guys, our friends. And in all honesty, I didn't expect to do this. I wasn't sure what I would be able to do. But for some reason, I was drawn to come. I wanted to meet some of the people that helped and were, now as affected as they'll ever be for the rest of their life as well.
So let's talk about, if you can take us back just to how you found out that the crash happened, because when that limo crash happened, there were some reports about, it was a wedding party.
Yeah.
And so, but when you heard a limousine crashed and it wasn't far from where that crew was going, did you at all think that it may?
So what happened was, Tom and I had a wedding the night before for our friends, that Friday night, and it was late when we got home. So we went home, our friends stayed. Tom got up, went to work. I kind of put it around the house, decided we're not going to go, we're going to stay, and we hung out. Our friend Jay was there as well. And Linda texted me a screenshot off of Facebook. It was the Schoharie County News that said there was a horrific accident with multiple fatalities, more to report. And we just started reading the comments, and she and I were going back and forth. Well, I see it's a limo. They took a party bus, it wasn't a limo. It was bigger than a limo. It was a wedding party. Okay, so obviously people saw a wedding party taking pictures. Somebody had commented and then saw them took off. And we, at the time, didn't know the time frame of when things had happened. So we were thinking, maybe, they should be on 88 on their way back.
Okay.
So hopefully maybe they're just stuck on 88, where I know personally, going back and forth to college at SUNY out in Oneonta, that there's miles worth of no cell phone service. So maybe they're no cell phone service, and knowing all of them, they're having a grand old time not hearing their phone.
So you're saying that you had seen reports that there was a crash, and then the reason why you weren't hearing back from anybody is because they're partying. They're in a limo bus.
Or they have
their
cell
service.
The cell service.
Yep. So we just kind of kept going back and forth and reading, texting each other. Linda and I were, did you hear anything? This is who I reached out to. I, at one point, decided, okay, let me call the Schoharie County's Sheriff's Office. I spoke to a gentleman there, an officer. I don't know if he was a sheriff or what. And I wish I knew. To this day, I wish I knew his name. But he was wonderful. He said, we shut down 88. So again, that just kind of helped us have hope that they were stuck on 88. Then eventually he kept calling me, have you heard anything from your family? No. And then he called me again and said, go to Central Bridge Firehouse, and they can give you information if there's any to give. Again, still at that point we had no idea for sure. But then just the time, they should have been home.
Yeah.
And,
Right, started putting it together. Did you reach back out to that?
I did.
To that person?
I did. When I found out that it was our family, and I don't know why, I just called him and I let him know that, it was our worst fear. And he was wonderful. He said a prayer. He said, are you with anyone? Can I send someone over? I just wish I could thank him,
So we can try to find him for you.
Yeah,
that would be wonderful.
So this was when you called the Schoharie County Police.
Yeah, the
correct?
sheriff's office.
The sheriff's office. We can save this, replay this back at the station, figure out what exactly, and see if we can find him. But
and when you did call him back, he said, Can I say a prayer with you?
Yep. He said, I don't know what you believe in, what your faith is, but mine is where I would like to say a prayer and ask for help and guidance and comfort. And I said we would appreciate that. Our family we believe in God. We go to church. We look for prayers.
Yeah.
And he did. He said one, and it wasn't just it was for everyone.
Wow.
And it was almost where he took the badge off to remind you that he's human. And I think that's huge for everybody to remember that they see so much in life and they feel it just as we do.
We're talking to Bethany, who Bethany and her husband Tom didn't go on that trip, and you're dealing with almost 2 months later the fact that if not all, most of the family that you guys know and friends that you grew up with are gone. So he loses 4 sisters, friends, young married couples, the whole thing. Can you talk to us about what the last couple of months have been in terms of, like, where do you even begin picking up the pieces
I think
to try to make sure that,
their kids
what
are
about
okay.
the children?
Yeah.
Like, how have you even begun to do that?
I think we're still kind of searching for that first piece that we really pick up, but it's, people always say, I don't know how I would do it or how I would handle it, and you don't. But when you're in it, it's just the bond that you have with your family. You're able to see when someone needs to be picked up, and you suck up what you have of your own, and you pick up that person and you hold them for however long they need it, because you know that when I finally need to break down, I know that Linda, Tom, my mom, my sister, anybody else is going to help pick me up.
And you've got young kids yourself.
We do. We have 2 beautiful babies.
2 beautiful, blessed children, and they're young, and they
They lost their cousins. They lost their
aunts.
They lost
Their
their
aunts.
uncles.
They still have have some of their cousins.
They're still here.
But do the children have any? Now I know that you have a very young one, but like, do the young children who lost their parents, are they old enough to comprehend what happened?
Our 4-year-old Archer, she's the sweetest little thing you'll ever meet. She is. She's a peanut. She knows that Mommy and Daddy are still and always will be with them wherever she and her sister are, no matter what they're doing, that they're watching, and that the love for them is always here, and they love them very much. And she smiles. She says she knows. I imagine if she misses them terribly. We do. I can only imagine how a daughter feels with her parents. The other 2 are young, but as time goes on, we'll handle it day by day.
Sure.
And what they need, we're all giving them.
How, have you ever thought, we've all lost somebody, right? We've all, that's just a part of life.
Yes.
How much part of the day do you spend thinking, why all this? It's too much. It's an unfair amount of loss for any one person. So does that come out in anger, frustration, or does it become maybe something positive? Like, where do you? Because I would be like, that's too much. This is unfair. I can't do it. Like, living with that.
Go through the stages of the
Yeah.
grieving
It's so
process.
difficult. How do you deal with that?
We exactly like you said. We have the stages. It's shock. At first, you're not ready to accept. You know what? There's no way that I'm never going to be able to hug, or text, or call again. And then you go to anger. You know, how dare this happen? How dare it happen? There's worse people in this world. That why can't they go? But then again, it goes back to, you know, for whatever reason, they were chosen. It's what we told our son, and we stand by it. You know, God needed extra help. He needed extra hands. We don't know why. We don't understand why. We may not know for a very long time. But for whatever reason, he chose our family. And, you know, we will continue to look for that reason and live by it when we find it.
Have you, so it's been almost 2 months. You seem incredibly confident and strong, but I understand, like, there's a strength that you can get through this, but, like, you walk out of here and it's going to hit you.
Absolutely.
And this is probably way too soon to ask this question, but do you see this incident changing your life path in terms of how you view things, how you look at things?
For sure.
How do you?
For sure. It's immediate, I think, and it's not even that you realize that it's not something that I decided to do. You know, I'm going to take this and make my life positive. It's just little things, little by little, you start to realize that, you know, for example, at work, everybody has their pains at work. I mean, you have your complaints, but at the same time, you go to work and I'm there and I'm like, sure, you want me to do that? I'm going to do it. No big deal. I'm not going to sit there and stress, you know, a deadline. There's so much more to life than a deadline. I get to go home. I get to cook dinner. I get to eat with my family and
be with your kids.
Yes, there's
Bethany,
just so much more.
God bless you and your
thank you,
family.
guys.
And our deepest, warmest hugs and condolences.
There's
and
not
please,
enough.
for those children, not just your children.
Babies.
Will you hug them for all of us?
We
and
will.
Squeeze them, man.
We will.
Because
Oh, man.
I can't even imagine.
Bethany, so strong for you to do this, and I think it's really important that the Capital Region hears from you in a healing way, not in any other way of speculation or anything. Just that we are all here for you guys. I don't know what that means, but know that it comes from our heart, and our heart aches for the entire community and your family.
We appreciate it, and you know, from my mother-in-law said, she said that she's grateful that somebody is here, at least from the immediate family, to say thank you, to show our gratitude. It's like I said, this is the first and the most that I think we've ever done. I think it's more or less me here because I think I am the one to be able to do it, even though they want to. It's just extreme. They carry so much. I feel like I should be the one that picks up the hardship of things that they can't do. But we just ask that everyone continues to do what they've been doing. You know, continue to donate, not just to our family or this incident, but donate to the charities that are out there. Hold the door open for someone. You know, just because the morning you woke up and you hear about it, all of a sudden you have, you know, this nice attitude towards some other people. Keep that. Keep it. It's what is going to continue to build not just Amsterdam, but everything. And that it's so much easier to be nicer to people than it is to carry a burden and just let it weigh on you, because at the end of the day your day could be done, and what difference does it make if you still had that burden?
Man, we are so sorry for your loss.
Gosh, yeah.
But I am
so grateful to have met you.
Yeah, we're in awe of
it.
your bravery, to be completely honest with you. Thank you. Warmest wishes, deepest condolences. I know you guys as a family are still going to find a way to have a wonderful holiday, and those kids are going to be very, very happy, and you're going to gain strength. And if you need anything from us personally
if we can
or
do
the community,
anything, thank you.
You let us know. Thank
Please
you,
reach
Bethany.
out.
We appreciate it.